The focus is on the USS, your unique serving system, and particularly using the USS to reinitiate marketing. I want to talk just a moment about reinitiate marketing. So reinitiate marketing can be applied in all different kinds of ways. Reinitiating marketing could simply be about acknowledging the shift in the past 3 years of exceptional times that we've been moving through and recognizing a phase of reemergence that we are in now, looking, feeling different for each and every person in the community, the Business Miracles community, in your local community, the world. Reinitiating might be connected to that. It might be about a reclaiming of your sense of agency as a highly sensitive entrepreneur, and how you want to reclaim marketing for yourself. Reinitiating marketing might also be about a transition, maybe a transition that's been inspired by the pandemic, either a full transition from one area of focus into another, or a re-emergence, or again, a reinitiation of marketing when it comes to a slight transition, meaning maybe your business has taken on just a slightly different angle or element over the last 3 years. Or reinitiating marketing might be about something that has nothing to do with the pandemic, but a recognition that, we need a little bit of life kind of just urged or surged into marketing. It might just be about self-motivation or something else. Overall, the intent is, how do I want to be doing things with my marketing going forward from here? So an opportunity to, again, reclaim, revisit, re-inspire, reinitiate, and then move into a new space of implementation. That's what we are here to do. So from the original track training on the unique serving system, I want to highlight is the uniqueness, right? So that really speaks to the recognition that even though others are doing similar work to what you're doing, no one is doing it exactly the way that you are. It's kind of like the snowflake theory, right? There's many snowflakes and there is no one else like you. And as part of that uniqueness, it doesn't make sense for you then to try to market like someone else who is not you. And particularly someone else who is not highly sensitive. The other aspect that I want to highlight is serving. For us, as highly sensitive entrepreneurs, we are called to do the work that we're called to do, whatever that might be for each and every one of you, because we feel called to make a difference. To make a difference in the lives of others. It is connected to our purpose. It is connected to our royal advisor role. And then system, which is by having a step-by-step way of communicating, not just what you do, but how you do it. Allows for that communication, that connection, that call to action, and that consistency. It takes away a lot of the overwhelm. And everything in the marketing is brought back to the unique serving system. Out of those three, unique, serving, and system, what do you sense is the one that HSEs tend to struggle with the most? Most people have said the uniqueness and the system, and that tends to be it. The serving part, we don't have an issue with, right? It's why we're doing what we're doing. It's like, yes, this is why I want to be in business, right? It's like something bigger than me. I feel the need to make a difference, but ooh, I don't really want to stand out as unique. Oh, that's too scary. And gosh, I don't even know what that is. And I just kind of go into overwhelm when I have to even consider asking other people what they see as unique about me. Ooh, because that means I'll actually have to be seen. Ooh, now we're in B&B and I just don't know what to do. Let me just go do the dishes, right? And then we have the system, and a little bit of the highly sensitive rebel comes out. Don't put me in a box. Don't make me do something that I don't necessarily want to do. Don't make me actually be accountable so that I could actually be successful, because then that means that I'm going to have to change everything about the ways that I have built up to protect myself up until now. Yep. Right, which is why we are here today. So, the uniqueness. Part of the assignment with the original training is to ask if you have at this point difficulty identifying what is unique about you and how you do what you do, then the very best thing that we can do is to ask others about what they see. So if uniqueness is something that you bump up against, taking on that piece of the assignment is very, very valuable. So again, for the USS, it's and when I am called to serve. Now, of course, then that also is about self, right? Because part of our purpose here as highly sensitives is to serve. So I can definitely speak from my own experience. When I'm having a difficult day, what's one of the things that helps me kind of get back to my essential self? Doing exactly what we're doing right here, right now. Showing up for the work. Which is so interesting because our shadow side will tell us, no, 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 do not be around other people. You cannot be of help to anyone else until you are absolutely feeling perfect. And the irony is that actually as you do show up to do the work in service to others, others will be helped and supported, and you will be helped and supported at the same time. Now we're going to look at the system, the other aspect of the USS that we tend to have challenges with. So with all my years of doing this work, what I often hear is, how do I take something that's so natural to me and actually put it into a step-by-step process? Like, I just do what I do. Right? And we all have aspects and elements of that because of our highly sensitive strengths. It is so natural to us. It is so innate for us. Putting it into step by step is not about boxing you in. It's not about limiting your ability to serve or even the individualization of how you serve or the way that you serve. You can actually language individualization, right? Or one-on-one specific support. You can speak to that piece within the step-by-step of the container, the frame of the USS. What's most helpful to remember about the system aspect of the USS is it's for the client, not for you. It's to help your client, your prospects specifically, be able to have something that they can kind of hang on to start the journey with you. To be able to take that part of the mind that buys from feeling, but then rationalizes from logic. The steps are a container. It's not to box you in or lock you in. It's a container. So you can think about all different kinds of containers. You can think about like a mixing bowl from your kitchen. If you put ingredients in it to make a cake, out's going to come a cake. If you put ingredients in it to make a pasta sauce, out's going to come a pasta sauce. So there's lots of room for flexibility and fluidity within the container. The ultimate aspect of the container is to be able to concretize the beginning, the middle, and the continuation of the journey. The beginning, the middle, and the continuation of the transformation. So to create that system aspect for yourself is to literally ask yourself the question, or to have somebody else ask you, when you work with a client, what do you do first? And if you're not yet working with clients, then it's when you imagine yourself working with a client, what do you imagine you would do first? And then what would you do second? And then third. Until we get to approximately 5 or 7. Now, it's not about when you meet with a prospect. Always want to emphasize that, because sometimes that can get confusing. It's like, well, first we talk and you start describing, you know, the P2P, the selling system process. Nope. It's once they have signed on the dotted line and said, yes, I want to begin this work. Now, here's a little secret. Even though each of you does what you do in a completely unique way, there are shared elements of the container. There, at the beginning, there's always some aspect of getting to know who this person is. In the middle, there's always some aspect of going deeper into the work based on who this person is. And in the continuation, there's always some aspect of building upon who this person is and what we've laid as a foundation. So it's getting to know, foundational work starting, building upon. That's your mini frames, 3 mini frames within the frame.